everybody. It is Thursday. It's time to be thoughting about some things. And then getting arty with watercolor. It's been a little while since P's done watercolor, so I'm kind of excited about that. She's got some new things, some Kuratakis and some Derwent watercolor to put to the test. She's got some new little ideas, I think. Anyway, that's what we'll be doing. In the meantime, do say hello in the chat so we can say hello back. Otherwise, we do not know that you were here. We like to know that you were here because we are an arty-friendly bunch. And that is the only way we know you were here. If you're watching in replay, that means you don't have access to the chat, but you do have access to the comments below. If you would be so kind and just say hello. Watching in replay, we love all those comments. If you have questions, that's the place to leave them. If you have questions during the live stream and you're here, please let us know in the chat. Give some extra pinky hello hands, and you know we'll get you answered most likely. Mo's really good at calling out and letting us know if you do have questions. Anyway, this is P over here.
M over there.
Patricia.
Mariah.
And together
we are PM Artist Studio. Sorry. A little chesty thing here.
I don't know. I'm trying
left
to fix
my
her
water
light.
over.
Okay. I got another light to turn on over there. I was like, it's just kind of okay.
Well, that's really like direct. More better.
Okay. There we go. Let's say hello to Barry, and then I'm going to turn on that backlight, and I think maybe we'll be a little better. Alrighty, we have Acme and Nina, Arkansas Crazy Quilter. That's Dawn, Art Junkie. That's Shannon, Art Curious. That's Miriam, Carl Miller. That's Kathy, Carrie, Cheryl, Cookie Wookie. That's Mo, Cynthia, Darcy, Darlene, Dana, Deb, Diane, Elizabeth M, Estella, Gina, Gray Like Gray, Griffin Shell. That's Rhonda, Hoarder Paper Crafts. That's Mimi, Holly King, Joni Miron, Jennifer's Dog's Life, Jocelyn, Kathy, Katra, Lydia, Margie, Marguerite, Michelle, Mitzi, Monkey, Paula, Ricky Nordmeyer, Sorry, Sefia, Star Traveler, Sue Davis, Susan Fernandez, Tina Schwanberg, Wendy. Woo, we got quite the crew today. If I missed you, it wasn't on purpose, simply didn't show up. You just give me extra little pinky hello hands like Darlene did there, or like Betsy did. And I will get you helloed. P. Well, let me go turn on this light over here.
What?
This light.
Oh, could you hand me my water also?
Well, since I'm up, where's the water?
I'm going to talk a lot today. I'm going to have to wet my whistle.
Where's your water? Oh,
right there. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. See, that makes a difference. I don't know why, but it does.
Yeah, right away. I noticed it.
Sometimes it's not about you.
Alrighty. Am I topside? Oh, I don't want to go topside quite yet.
You're thoughting.
I'm thoughting. I'm going to do some thank yous first. And I have some announcements on my own.
Hey, just me. Hey, Kim. Hey, Deb.
Okay, Sister Susie.
Hey, Stella.
Shannon's grandmother. You met Shannon the other day. Well, her grandmother sent me this.
Very cool.
And I'll show it again in the overhead, but I just wanted to mention her and thank her. Look at this. This is so cool. I'd love to make a mask like that.
Yeah, hold it this way. Yeah, into the camera. No, remember, we're not topside. We aren't topside. There you go. That's the one. Camera 1. Maybe we need to name them. Camera 1, camera 2. Camera 1, camera 2.
And this arrived in the mail. And I have not used it yet, but I plan on using this on Sunday, if not before. So stay tuned. This is satin glazing liquid, slow drying extender for acrylic colors. And I think I kind of need some of that for the new
she always thinks she needs these
era ones. We didn't have too good a luck the other day with busting into those babies.
Once we hit the humidity up, then we were good to go.
Yeah. Okay, a quick heads up, and I think Mariah put information in. Jackie Lubeck, one of our subscribers and frequent visitors to our
Cooking with Good Company, if you hear on the YouTube.
Yes. She just published a new book, and it's called Gaza Watercolors. And
information down below in the description.
Yes.
Please check that out.
Please do check that out. We like to support our people, and, you know, that's what it's all about.
And it's watercolor, so, you know.
Yeah.
And that's what we're doing today.
Watercolors, yeah. So kind of hit two things there. And I dug out some oldies, but I'm going to show you some new ones also. All right, Thursday thoughts.
Well, hold on a second. So what she wanted to make sure is that she had her old stuff out just in case the new stuff wasn't doing what she wanted it to do. I like that. There's, you know.
I got plan B.
Yeah. Be prepared to modify your plan.
Absolutely. And okay. I've even got more modification under the...
Wonderful.
Under the... bridge table.
Mm-hmm.
Thursday Thoughts, January 23rd, 2025. Thinking strategies. Assimilating a variety of information pertinent to accomplishing a process that results in a product is a skill that can be applied to art, but life as well. It behooves the artist person to accumulate both facts and materials in pursuit of making art. And this is true in life. This is what the difference is between, you know, version 72 and version 19. Mixed media.
Alterations.
Mixed media is integrating a variety of means to an end that most time, evolves as the process proceeds, accruing, applying new information as is needed to rectify and or redirect the focus. Rarely indeed does a situation present itself in terms of black and white, of only one answer, but rather requires a gathering and weighing of many options. So it is in the understanding and seeking knowledge of the world in general. It is impossible to have all the knowledge needed, but it is also foolhardy to formulate a plan without considering the many outcomes, results that can be predicted. So, in closing, look deep and long, as there is always more than meets the eye, and questions to be asked.
I love that.
All right.
Thought. Now, that was good thoughting, Patricia.
You know, I think that's so important when you're dealing with mercurial media like watercolor, which there's just, you know, once it's down, it's there. And unless you want to gesso over it and start over again, then that's all there is to it. But you can make watercolor a part of a mixed media process. I think when you have that in the back of your mind, you have an answer to how you're going to modify your plan if this doesn't work out so well. I have some didn't work out so well here for you.
Watercolor just has that,
yes.
that effect
now,
on me.
one other thing I would like to mention, because I just read this right before I started the stream today. Mariah said, you've got some messages you need to read. Some people have contacted you.
Cynthia said, hey, tell P to check the lightning bolt.
And I did.
I haven't looked at it, and she wanted me to see it too. I need to look at it. I haven't had a chance.
And Cynthia has a wonderful, she did the hand thing. And I'm really kind of sad I didn't do that, because I do have some history with the hand thing.
And Cynthia's here, but she's taking care of, she's multitasking.
Oh, good. I love that.
Yeah.
It's almost like, mixed media. Okay. So when I was teaching elementary, we had an astronaut visit the school for a program. Everybody goes and he talks and motivates.
That's how they make money after being an astronaut.
Yeah. And anyhow,
they go on the road.
In order to welcome him, what I did with I had first and second graders at the time. I had them trace around their hand, And then we used line designs to draw inside the hand. And then we worked on this big kind of
bulletin board.
Stars. Yeah, bulletin board where it had stars and planets and all kinds of things. And it was surrounded with all the hands.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes. It was really quite wonderful. And he thought it was too. I wish I could remember his name, but I don't.
One of those astronauts.
Yeah,
you could probably look it up. There aren't a whole, there's.
Yeah. Well, it was out of Houston, I think.
Some do come out of there.
Yeah.
That's kind of where some of that space stuff happens.
It was really cool. The kids enjoyed it, and we all liked it a whole bunch.
Oh, Miriam used watercolor on her stream today, and thank you for the compliment, Miriam. I think you were talking to me.
Oh.
Or us. She said gals, plural. She said we looked cute.
Oh.
I got my oddly non-specific shirt.
I
had a dream about this shirt, so I was like...
I had to tie my scarf like this because I have a big gray blob down here in the middle of my shirt. Yeah, like that's not...
It was like a gray on gray hate crime.
Well, I think what I did is I leaned into it.
You leaned into it.
I leaned into it.
Shall I go topside?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so...
That concludes the thoughting.
That's it.
That's it. There might be more. You never know.
Well, I'm kind of a profound person, so I might bring in some more just incidentals. All right, so I'm showing you what we're going to be doing today. Well, at least part of it.
You know what we need? Hold on a second. Sorry, I just had a funny thought. We need to figure out some little lighting system underneath the rim of your hat because, see, like when you wear your hat, it's very hard to light you.
To like me or like me?
Light.
Oh, I thought maybe I was looking sinister.
Well, that does happen with the lack of lighting.
Well, I knocked it back. Is it better now?
Yeah, you really should wear it a little more hip-hoppy and, off to the side. Yeah, let a little more light in it.
No, I feel lopsided.
Okay.
Can't do that, but I can knock it
I
back.
need some uplighting for you.
How's that?
Some coming.
I need one of those things that, those mirror things. That,
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, anyway, little side note there for the, yeah, kind of thing. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Now, enough silliness. Let's get down to it here.
I'm going to.
Let's get after the art. All right. So,
Sonia.
Here's what I did today. I took these different gel mediums and screened some on, and these are the
stenciled some of them on.
I got to show you this first one because this is great. This is part of my vision thing. So I whipped it down on my card, went over it with the stuff, and I'm like, man, nothing went through. And you can tell where I put it down there. Okay. That didn't work out very well. And
that's not the stencil. That's not the stencil.
Just randomly in with the rest, with these stencils. I don't know why. But
as examples.
That's an example of what we're not going to do today.
Right.
I didn't get around to this one.
Can you please explain that the other thing was also an example that you chuckled about that you tried to put stuff through? It is not.
This is actually can be an ATC at any point in time here.
Right. It has texture.
I just have to cut it out.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and these are all the stencils I didn't use, but I'll get to the ones I did use. And you'll be able to see.
Hello, Tina.
The reason that I used so many is because, and I'm going to tell you this is a little tip and trick. Once you scrape that over it, I don't care how careful you are, if it's not on a gel plate and sucked down, you're going to have some underage. So each time you use a stencil, you need to clear it off and clean it off and start anew. And basically that's what I did. I had a thing down here. I threw it down there and I gave these all a rub-a-dub-dub.
Oh, people are still saying that you can make a hand if you want. Tina says with a foot and 2 hands, you can do a moose. Kind of thing. Make a moose.
Oh.
With a foot and 2 hands. But if you still wanted to make a hand, you could.
Okay. Well, I might. And I might have Izzy do one with me.
I think she would enjoy that thoroughly.
Okay. So I just pulled out a bunch of stencils that I thought would really work well. Now, I did manage to do half and half on this one, so there's 2 of it, I think. And was trying to really remember to notate on each one, but I've already noticed that I screwed up, and there's some cards that don't have some indicator on them.
Indicator
as to what
medium
was used.
You know.
And I picked out a bunch of...
I love it here. You started off the stream with thoughts about, grabbing facts and, pulling together information. And you're like, yeah, sometimes we give that information. Sometimes we don't.
Okay. I put the Blick acrylic at the top because this is the one I have the most of. It does not come in this present form.
No, it comes in a big one.
In a big old jug.
Well,
and you kind of poop it out into...
It comes in smaller forms, but she likes it a lot.
I do.
And it was on sale.
I've already used this much out of here.
Yeah. I felt like it was a good buy.
It was an excellent buy. And usually the more you buy, the cheaper it is. That's not always true if they're having some kind of supersonic sale. Okay, so we have...
Grace, I love this. This is new, guys. Do not be afraid of the random references in chat. They'll make sense to you before you know it.
Thank you for that. I
see,
love
Gray notes. She probably started out. She knew.
All right, I'm just going to show you these and real quick and
yes,
as I'm going to tell you when I'm showing you and doing it.
Because she got mad at me the other day for so much talking.
Talky. We don't need to talky. Okay, so we've got the Dervents here. I wasn't especially crazy about their swatching, so I did my own. And I mean, here. Come on now, honey. I'm not sure what that has to do with this. This is what really happens when you use the paints.
Yeah.
I did save that just for references. I thought it was...
So you can talk smack about it.
So I can talk smack about it.
Appreciate that. Yeah.
And this is such a cool little thing. It's got a little foamy.
Sort of
I don't really know what
really
that's for, but it feels really cool.
I don't know.
I like to squish it and move it about. And then there's one of these brushes that I really hate, which I just left it in here because...
we already have 3 of them on the cart to talk smack about.
And we're kind of crowded. And these little boogers take up some... This is really a nifty one because it's got a little thing that you add here. Plugger. Yeah. So, and you pop that baby out and then put it back together.
Hope that you keep the plug.
And it's even got a little thing that if you were one of those kind of people that had a shirt pocket guard.
Does the plug stick in at the top of the pen top?
This is if you have water and you can't hold it all together.
But the little plugger
does the little because the little foamy thing on the end here interrupts the...
Does the little plugger, so you keep track of the plugger, does it stick?
You keep track of the plugger because that's what plugs up your water and keeps it from ocean out all over and everything.
I promise we do not.
There we go.
This is just how we live. This is how we roll. This is the conversation. Would you please hand that to me for just a moment? There was something I would like to confirm.
Well, hell, you can have it. I don't really want it. It's just,
that.
It was in there and I wanted to show it.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew if I put it elsewhere, it would not be retrievable.
I got you. Okay. I answered it.
Everybody has seen it, so I have just handed it off to Mariah. Mm-hmm. It's no longer going to be in here. I actually have some little short brushes, like that little Hummer, that I can put in there.
Mm-hmm.
That came with another set, and whatever. I don't really keep my brushes in here. These are not. I don't travel and paint much. Well, I don't travel much.
There we go.
Period. Okay. So, we've got these. Now, what's special about these? Once you have the color down, it's donesy.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't go anywhere no matter what you put on it. It's there. It's like a watercolor acrylic.
Locked in.
Locked in. Locked and loaded, just like their pencils.
Yeah, these are ink tints.
Okay.
Remember when we did those?
I like them. I'll show you some things that I did with them. All right, and now the other one that we're going to be messing around with, and I was very excited about these, and I was a little disappointed when I kind of did a...
Swatching?
Yeah.
Why were you disappointed?
Well, because the colors were kind of...
I was wondering about that too, Eddie.
See?
They're kind of blurby.
Well, they're just not oomphy.
Well, they are metallic. And I think that they're like, to me, like when you want to showcase these shiny, like metallics of any sort, really, let's be honest, do best on the black paper.
Okay, I've got black paper. We're going to do that.
Yeah.
Now, this is the Derwent Intense Greens.
And then I think the other way to possibly utilize them is to come back and do little accents on top of other
agree.
things.
And I did these last night because that's the very thought that I had. Okay. I think that when we go over these now with something else, that those will redeem themselves, sort of.
Right.
Yeah. That's...
this goes back to know your paints. Doesn't matter whether we're talking about acrylic paints or whatever. Actually, know your artist tools.
Absolutely. All right, I'm going to put some water in each one of these because I think maybe last night what I didn't really allow, and I
them
need
to kind of really activate.
Yeah, and one of the reasons I like to have water in these little things here is so I don't contaminate my clean water by, putting the brush back in there and mucking it all up again. All right, so these boogers are ready to go.
Oh, the cool little spongy thing. Hello, Daisy. She says about the sponge. It's so you can change the color to the water brush, so it helps kind of wipe off your little water brush.
Oh, of course it does.
Well, it's fun to feel.
Yeah, it's a nice little sponge.
When you're feeling stabby, it helps calm you down.
It does. It's
soothing.
All right, I'm not going to put any water in these because they solubilize up pretty
quick.
Pretty good. These, not so much. So we're just going to set these up here. And
oh, hi Gina, and hi Kit. I'm sure I've missed some other folks. Just give me a little extra.
All right, we'll just use this. I don't know what this was. This is some experiment here. There's the
yes, very spongy.
thing to my new Atlantic Monthly on my brayer off, which we're not going to probably use today.
What, brayer off? Yeah.
Probably not. Okay, I've got a stack of watercolor paper here.
Hey, Sherry.
Some has writing on it, some doesn't. Yeah, that's kind of the way it goes. And I'm going to talk about the carandash here. I might use those on those other watercolors.
Karan.
Look, I wrote it phonetically. This is the way somebody said. Care on dash. Care on dash.
Yeah, not dash.
All right, we're just going to start off here with an Amsterdam gloss. And you can see it there.
Ooh,
yeah,
like that.
Heavy gloss.
I'm already impressed.
Now, I've got some matte over here, but I don't know what I did with the other cards. We'll have to kind of figure it out. I didn't write it on the back. But anyhow, all right, we're just going to start off here and grab a brush and get after it.
Looking forward to it, Patricia.
Aha. I'm going to use my old brush that it's so old all the stuff wore off of it. But I think it's...
That brush has been around a long time.
It has. Just because I'm not always very good about washing my brushes out, I think it's a good thing to wash your brush when you start.
Do a little pre-wash.
Pre-wash.
So what she was saying, that if you guys can't see the little shiny bits that are on the black paper there, she put, what is it, gloss medium? Which one?
Yes.
That one looks glossy. That's why I'm saying
this
that.
Is Amsterdam Heavy Gloss.
Heavy gloss through the stencil.
Heavy gloss.
And it's dry.
And it is. And I'm just trying to see what happens here with the gloss. Well, look at that paper. All right.
Hi, Lydia.
This is...
You just simmer down.
I've got two black papers here. This is the 65-pound Astro Bright.
Yeah. This is the stuff that we were sent.
Yeah.
By Sonia.
Yes. Also, I have a Strathmore mixed media. You've seen this before.
Oh, that's the stuff
in the 84-pound 9x12.
But it's
Okay.
not as it is not as dark of a black paper. It's kind of dull-ish.
I don't know.
Oh, and thumbsy upsies, y'all. I didn't even say that. I didn't even go into that whole spiel.
I think we're just going to give this. You can see that this does work. It's a lot more vibrant.
Yeah.
On the black than it is on okay, we'll just set that aside and see what happens with that.
Yeah, listen, kitty, you have to stay here or you get down. You don't get to walk across the table.
All right, here we are with the heavy gloss on regular some kind of watercolor paper. I don't know what it is. It was over here in the hoop-de-doo, and you know.
That's my cup.
Like I said, I'm not sure that this is the end-all be-all as far as a watercolor is concerned.
Well,
the gold is awesome.
Is it?
Yeah.
Hi, Anne. He's a very purr kitty.
Okay.
He's done.
But you can see what happens where it runs into the mediums that have been put on there.
These are the Kuretake shimmery ones.
Yes, the Gansai Tambi.
There
gem
we go.
colors.
Gansai. Probably not saying that right.
Probably not.
Let us know.
All right, this is a different paper. Oh, here, look. This even has what it is. It's the Koh-i-Noor colored pencil.
Oh. Yeah.
185 GSMs. And, I should have that all in whatever. But
what do you mean you should have that all whatever?
And, it should be GSMs or whatever. But, oh, I like that.
Some good stuff happening there.
Yeah. Paper makes a difference, y'all.
It does. Indeed. Hi, Janice. Oh, hello, Sandy, and sorry you're struggling with the computer stuff. Hi, Robin. Oh, by the way, hey, my designers that are here, I did post in our group. If you would, let me know when you guys do any feature videos regarding like using your stencils or any of the other, PM Artist Studio stuff. When you feature stencils and stamps, let me know. You can post it there or send it to me directly. I am creating a designer feature playlist that'll show up on our main YouTube, so people can kind of, if they come across us, then that's one of the featured things that they see. Because rather than doing a big old spotlight 2025, I am going to spotlight our designers, because they're going to be doing some extra hard work this year, I think, regarding showcasing one another. And I think that just needs a little extra shout out.
All right. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to do something a little bit different here. I'm going to put down some of the supposedly they stay the same color, the Derwent.
Yeah.
We shall see if they really do.
What are you saying?
I'm going to put some of these down first and then come back to it and hit it with the shiny
I
stuff.
like that idea.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing.
I think that's a good test.
I think it is too. And I'm going to go ahead and squeeze a drop of water in each one of these, even though it really doesn't need it.
Oh, Rhonda, I very much enjoyed your 2 videos. Rhonda, she's stepping up, man. And she's new to this video making business, so You're doing well.
And I've already got my yellow contaminated over here, so. See if we can get a spot of yellow there that's not totally mucked up with the green.
Oh yes, and Miriam has done some awesome videos so far with featuring some of the other designers. Yes. So those will be there. I just haven't gotten to the list completely yet. And hopefully if I can, I was like, all right, if I do that right now, then keeping up with it throughout the year will be much easier. I like what you're doing here. If y'all want to know which stencils are what, these are a little trickier that she's using. Because like earlier she showed one of the ATCs from like one of the Christmas sets. This particular one, we called this one blooms or the chrysanthemums. Trying to remember.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what a chrysanthemum leaf looks like.
Oh, well, I think
I recall very choppy, maybe.
Yeah, I like that. But these are harder to just say because most of them come from sets. So if you are looking for some of these smaller stencils, look through the ATC sets or the strips.
All right. Now if I can.
Scalloped, Jocelyn says.
Scallop the edge. Yes.
Hello, Jocelyn.
All right. I'm just going to take this away. Hopefully not muck it about too terribly much so that it can get us another piece of paper going here. That worked out nicely. Okay, so this is the Golden Extra Heavy Gel Medium. That was what that one was. Tom Bien. And we're going to go ahead and do a
hello, Carolina. And awesome Mo has put a link.
It's nice to have
the
these little jobbers over there, even though I'm, you know. All right, let's try some of this fuchsia. Kind of hard for me to see this.
Yeah. But you aren't trying to be exact, so I don't think
I'm not trying to be exact. And I do want to see if they do give us a bit of a
resist.
Well, I don't care about that, but I want to know that they disperse.
Bloom.
Bloom.
That's the pencil sharp. That's the old pencil sharpener, y'all. That's how loud that thing is, if you heard it.
And they do bloom. Look, we're getting some good.
Yeah, that's lovely.
Water action. Clean up my yellow here and kind of.
Oh, bye, Daisy. Thanks for hanging. Ooh, I love that. Good call.
All right. I don't know. I'm good.
You were pleased with this?
I'm fairly pleased. Now my problem is going to be over here is running out of room. This is what happened today when I was doing all of these different mediums. All right. So can you see that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think something worthy of notation here. I know that
yes,
we're focusing in mainly on the watercolory business, but this being the Astro Brights, we have not ever really fully tested it with all the different mediums. Okay. But hey, let's please note.
This is not Astro Bright.
Oh, is it not?
This one isn't. It's
that's the Strathmore?
This is the Strathmore. I know because of the weight. Let me show you the difference. See the Astro Bright? It's a lot.
So much deeper in color.
Deeper black. The problem is it's 65 pound and this is 184 pound. It's a lot. It's not going to warp as much.
You're right. It's holding up to the watercolor.
Yeah. I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I was going to say.
All right. Now, here's something. Go ahead.
I just wanted to notate that please keep an eye out on how the medium does pull whatever with the black paper, because some of them might, and I don't know if that's something to...
Okay, that's a good point. And actually, it was kind of funny because when I first put this stuff down, it did. And I think that what you're seeing here is there's a little bit of a blue cast to that. And this is the Strathmore. I don't notice it so much on the
Astro Bright.
Yeah, didn't really. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, and you don't do this when you do watercolors, but
no, Rhonda, I don't
there's
think
white. And you know what happens when you add white to acrylics? Well, it's the same thing. It opacifies your paint, and suddenly it's not transparent anymore. So I'm really reluctant. I'm going to try it without it because I don't want to contaminate my paints with the white. I should just pop that out and throw it away.
Oh, the circles, that is from a stencil called, I believe that's is that the Horizon one? Or is that is that Carrie's? Or
it didn't have anything written on it.
Was it a 5x7?
Yes, it was.
Okay, I think this is Carrie's. Dotty. Dainty Dots, I think is what it's called.
Now, actually, I used both of them. That one that I had first there was the graduated size.
Now, that one's ours, Horizon Circles.
Right.
Right.
Okay, this is cool. Look what's happening there.
Me. And which medium was this one? This is the gloss, not gloss. This is the Amsterdam matte medium.
Yes.
Heavy matte medium.
Yes, it is the... Well, I had it written down. I have to turn them all over, and I can't do that right now. But yeah, I think that's what it is. Really like it.
Yes, and then there's Dotty Miss Dotty. That one is by Rhonda. Dainty Dots by Carrie. Horizon Circles by PM Artist Studio. Moi. I laid those bad boys out like a champ.
You know, I didn't really have like a plan for this, but I'm liking this. I think because I don't know. I know that if we put the dark colors on here, they're not going to show up all that much.
No.
So we're going to try to stay with our
brighters. Yes, I was about to say, and that is one of Eddie's favorites. Every time he uses that, he goes, "This is one of my most favorites."
Well, it's really cool how it collects around the edges. Okay, let's see if we can get a little of this.
I like what's happening here. I find this fascinating.
Fuchsia. Well, no, I think it's all that fascinating, but at least it's a little bit more entertaining than just, blobbing a bunch of
paint out there.
That I usually
Well,
do.
and I feel like that, this is in the name of experimentation.
Absolutely. Okay, I need another fuchsia.
Therefore, more interesting.
Got a third.
The cat is very upset about something again. I don't know. He's very, I think, angry about how cold it is.
And also, his
food
has been changed. I ran out of his.
Did you see I found that other food?
I already ordered it. Oh, you found it?
No, but there was other food in the pantry.
Yeah,
Did you see
the problem is it's not pate.
Oh. Particular kitty.
Yes. Okay, I think we're going to call that. And let that dry.
See what happens.
See what happens while we're mucking about with some other stuff here. So what do we have here? Well, this is the Crafter's Workshop Super Thick Gel. Clear and shiny.
And we haven't used a lot of this.
We haven't.
Like, this is kind of new for us.
I did use it. I can't remember what the occasion was. but we did use it once.
Well, it worked very well in that stencil.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Darcy. And welcome to those of you that have come in. Do say hello in chat so we can say hello back. Give those thumbsy upsies if you haven't already. If you're watching in replay, no worries. Just let us know in the comments below that you're here watching. If you have questions, let us know down there. Give those thumbsy upsies, though. It doesn't now, you know, there is, I think the circles, because they were more concentrated, you had a lot, like a larger area coverage, is why they resisted as much, you know, why they pushed off the watercolor. Yeah, yeah. Because you can kind of see it happening here with this here business.
Especially, you know, where the
little circles are.
The little circles are.
If they were bigger, they would be doing it even more. Hey, Kathy.
And again, this is a stencil that I could do two things on.
Oh, yeah. So this is one of the Dipsy Doodles. I just don't know which one. Oh, here, look. Eddie found it. The stencil P is using Dipsy Doodle style, too. Look at you, Eddie. Showing off. Grabbing them link skills. I like it. You're just going to do greens? I think, yeah, do greens and blues.
Maybe a little violet.
Or a little violet. I do like that. What is the blue that's on there? What is it? Navy blue.
It's called turquoise.
Or the navy blue.
Was actually violet, but now I'm going to get a little navy here.
May I ask you, how are your ears today?
Not good.
Not good. I'm not being mean to her. I'm just like checking in because I've noticed a couple of conversations a little. If she doesn't see my mouth.
Yeah, if I'm not paying attention.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I know. See, yeah, she can't see it until after the color is applied. It's hard, yeah, when it's the clear stuff on the other thing, yeah. It's tricky business.
Tricky business. That looks pretty good.
I think this is almost one of my favorites so far. I like the colors.
Very pleased with that. We're gonna just call it. I do have some more out here, but remember we're kind of saving some room to come back in with the
Hey Mama Gigi.
The shiny.
Yeah.
Shiny hoopty-doos. Alright, so haven't done any brown.
Yeah, like this one is really hard to see. You'll see here in just a second which one it is. It's kind of like a reveal.
Yeah, I
suspenseful.
Slobbed over into the other.
Yeah, you did. That seems right though. That's on brand. This is how the alterations happen.
This is how it happens. This is why we don't have anything, you know, in here that's totally like the real deal color. That's why you want to swatch them first. And I should really have the
this is the Crafter's Workshop. It's super thick gel medium, clear and shiny.
Oh, I like how it's kind of pushing out there.
Hey, Gerald.
Need some more water, I think here. Okay,
oh, this one is so this is and I always say prayer wheels, but it's not. It's rune blocks. applied and left to run. Yes, and then she's also kind of leaving it because he wants to come back with the Kiritaki shiny ones to see if they give them a little, you know, putting them on top of color, if that's kind of more ideal than just applying it to the white paper. We know that, so we did the experiment on top of the black paper. That looks great. So Kiritaki, Gumsi, what?
Okay. Now here's the one card that I have of the matte Amsterdam.
Mm-hmm. Can you hold it up in the technology so I can see which? I think there's a rose in there. Oh, you made you comboed some things, methinks.
No, it was just that was just exactly it. I swished it across there.
I think this is Carrie's rose.
No, it's not. It's got some things here, and an arrow, and
It's not how that comes. How is it that you ended up with that?
You just wait. It was in my stuff. I don't know.
Like, did you combo it?
No, I did not combo.
Like, you have a piece of Yupo, and you have this thing.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. All right, we gotta see this. I don't remember. I don't remember, y'all. Sure this is one of our stencils?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know where she got this from. Did Fran send this to you?
I don't know. It was virgin. I'd never used it before.
It was virgin. Oh, Paula says it might be hers with a question mark. Paula? If you don't know, girl. I will tell you this. I don't think that this is in the shop, whatever it is. And I feel like it's some kind of combo thing. But I don't know for sure.
Well, I can get the stencil.
Yeah, I would love to see that.
I can find the stencil. Well, I'll just hand you a whole batch and you can look through it.
Okay. Should I come around over there and grab it?
I think I can get them to you.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was feeling too, Mo.
That's what I used.
Okay.
All right. Excuse me one moment, please. I must realign my.
Oh, I think this Paula. I do think this might be Paula's. I don't know if it's in the shop or not.
Well, I have it.
Because it's a little. I think this is like from the Milagro set.
Or it could be from.
But I don't know why it's
the
this
Mardi
big.
Gras set also.
Or maybe Mardi Gras. Mm-hmm. Hey, Michelle. We all need to yell at Paula for not knowing and recognizing her own stuff. Well, she did feel like it was hers, but she did put the question mark afterwards that was like, mine?
Mine? Could be. All right, we're just going to do something really weird. Remember I told you I was going to throw the white away?
Yeah. And Gerald's just like a virgin, stenciled for the very first time.
Oh my gosh, I love that. Moulin Rouge, I love that movie so much. I showed it in my classroom because we talked about Toulouse-Lautrec.
Did they do the Like a Virgin in that movie?
Huh?
Or what? Did the what?
Yeah, that's
oh.
Yeah.
I didn't watch Moulin Rouge.
Well, my girls loved it.
Mm-hmm.
The guys
were not so into it.
It was a pukey chick flick.
Pukey chick flick. All that singing and dancing.
And romancing.
Uh-huh. Oh, look at that. Eddie found it. It's from a set of 4. That makes sense.
Well, this is kind of underwhelming.
Mm-hmm. Paula says that's because she's prolific.
Okay, well, yeah, okay. We're just moving right along here.
Yes.
We're going to incorporate our greens again and just try to get a really good...
Oh, that look, I mean, it shows up. Oh, that one, yeah. Nice. Mix it in with the yellow and you're really good.
I've got some,
These are our leaves. P Design. They were a spinoff from one of her kneaded eraser stamps that then became like, I mean, it's in paper patterns. This is a very PM Artist Studio leaf. It's in a lot of things. Mm-hmm. No, the Inktense ones are the regular. So those are the Derwent. And then off to the side there, those are the Kuretake metallic. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and this is done with Blick acrylic.
I don't know what this is. I feel like it's gears. Yes. Christy
No,
Hartman.
This is star. Oh, it is.
It's gears. It's from the steampunk set, I think. This is kind of fun. And for the most part, I have, I do keep like funky things away from P, but like she's got boxes of stuffy things and who knows what she's digging out from, what era of stencil making.
Well, I went through a lot of this stuff with Shannon and hooked her up. Yeah, I'm not doing anything else to that because I think it would just...
Bye, Margie. Thanks for hanging.
Now, Margie, you need to come back because we're going to do some more shiny
things.
Shiny things on these buggers.
Shiny.
All right, here's arrows. You can see we got a little bit of
little
underage there.
Seepage. That came from a set, and I don't know if it was one of those ones that remember when we did a few of them during like promo times, promos. So I don't know if that's available in the shop, but some of y'all own this. I mean, speaking of which, we should put them in the shop because we were talking about like, after a certain time we would. Yeah, under. Hi, Diane. The clear stuff, this particular one, what is this that's stenciled on here?
Blick.
This is the Blick Rick.
I did lots of Blick because I have a lot of Blick. I don't have a lot of some of those others. They're kind of high dollar. And so,
well, I mean, what are you saving it for? Tea party? Like the fine china,
Yeah.
Yeah. That's where I was getting at.
I might have some
did sound
really
rude.
important person show up on the stream and I need to impress them with my with my
your vast collection of mediums.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
Look at that little bubbly thing there. I think I managed.
Hello, Sophia.
All right, we'll just see what happens with this. It's really kind of not terribly exciting right now, but you never know.
Yeah, and if you notice that Blick Rick, even when dry, kind of has that milky look.
Yeah.
It doesn't go full on clear.
It doesn't. It doesn't. Okay, now here's the other half of the other one that I showed you earlier, and we're going to do a lot of... I'm really dipping into my yellow because that seems to be what shows up best here.
Yeah, and when you mix it with the green, it makes a lovely lime green. I was enjoying that.
All lime green the other side of this.
That's one way of putting it, Lizzie.
What?
She says you have selective hearing today. It's really that one of her ears are messed up.
No, I mean, it's really, seriously, You shouldn't make fun of handicapped people. Not
She wasn't.
very nice.
But I have to holler at you today.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But yes. Oh, wonderful, Sophia. Yes, and I have been. I've been watching you on Instagram. I've been on Instagram a little more. I don't know why, but just trying to make it all happen. I like that. See, I really like the light green, the limey green that happens with the yellow. I think that was a good idea too.
Well, I wanted to get, the idea that
It's blending.
the blending, it wasn't blending terribly.
Right, you kind of have the yellow and then the red.
Yeah, it just wasn't happening there.
It is.
All right.
No, it's just her
Now, I don't know
allergy
if this
stuff.
is dry.
Looks dry.
Yeah, I think it is. Well, this is where we, kind of
Started.
mucked about on this one. Didn't do it right.
Mm-hmm.
We should have started with our event. Well, let's just see if you can go backwards here. Let's get some interesting things going on here as far as
Ooh.
mark making here.
Mm-hmm. I like this. Hey, and it seems that they're drying bolder than even they went down. Now, again, these look great on top of the black paper.
Yeah.
These are the Kiritaki metallics. Gumbai. Is it Gumbai?
Gonzai
Gonzai.
Combi.
Oh.
I don't know if I'm saying that
Yeah.
right.
We're just making that probably sound not
I'm
good.
not making it up. I'm looking at it and trying
Well,
to
no,
say
I
it
know.
right.
Yeah, but like the way we're saying it is probably terrible. Is my guess. But who knows? Sometimes we. Now, did you tell everybody what your plan was with these are going to turn into little postcards, right?
They are postcard size. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. She's gearing up.
I'm gearing up.
Gansai Tombi. That's what Paula says.
Okay.
Bye, Sherry. Thanks for hanging. We'll see you later. I like that.
Am I in the right spot?
You are like
spot on.
Spot on, Patricia.
All right. We like to be spot on. All right. Here, let's come back to this little jobber. Okay.
Oh, thanks, Mo. Yes, and so I don't. We might end up using some of these for the. Hold on, I'm gonna say it right. I don't know what happened. My paper was here. There it is. Okay. Mixed Media March 25. If you have not watched Carrie Griffith's video regarding this here event coming up in March, you should go over there. There's the link in chat. Check it out. Get note up on what you need to be doing because it's always helpful if you prep ahead. We might be prepping ahead. I don't know. I haven't decided yet on what I want to do. And here's the thing. I just wanted to, I'm going to just right out of the chute say that I'm going to do what I do and she's going to do whatever it is that she does.
I don't know what you're talking
exactly. About the March event and doing the different things. You got to go over there and watch the video. I need to send her the link so she can watch it. Yeah.
I want you to really marvel at my perfect circles.
You are circling well.
I'm circling perfectly. I'm gonna. Well, oh, we still have one more here. Look at this. Oh, whoops.
Oh, this is the one you did find the stencil. Because this was the one that I think you were saying that you thought that you had the stencil, but you didn't.
Yeah, and unfortunately, it was the little one.
Mm-hmm.
I just keep putting this water out here in these little dishes because it's kind of, like, yeah.
Yeah. This stencil here is Arches? Arch Deco, I believe. It's designed by Brad. And there's a version of it that is in one of the ATC sets, but it looks like she being P, utilized the full stencil.
It's an ATC, and I just
Oh,
moved
was it?
it.
Oh, you did? Wow.
Yeah, and sometimes it works okay, and sometimes not so much.
Diane would like to know, why do you mix your colors in the color pods instead of out on the tray?
I don't know.
Sometimes she does.
Sometimes I do mix up colors over there, and sometimes I'm just like,
She's just slopping down color right now. So I think that's probably why.
I don't really, yeah, I suppose, if I were really one of those kind of people that does things in proper.
Well, and I don't think you have the space to do it today.
Gosh, I still have more here, y'all.
I don't think you have the space to do it today.
I don't. And the thing about it is when I'm dealing with a card this size,
yeah,
I don't really need to mix up color because I can just, I've got enough there. Now, if I were doing a huge piece of paper, it would be very advantageous to go ahead and mix your color prior to.
Yeah.
Okay. Over there. Let's get some more. So what do we got going here? Oh, this is imperfectly perfect.
Uh-huh. What medium?
Oh. What medium?
Mm-hmm. What medium's down there?
Oh, Blick, I'm pretty sure. I'm just doing a bit of dabbing there because I used icky water. All right, I'm going to put, this is fairly clean water out there because I want to get some
bloom,
some good water action with my colors here.
I think that's what I'm going to name this stream. Water action. Actually, I already named this one. You're supposed to be doing some gestural things.
This is it right here.
That's it. This is why I don't like naming things ahead of time.
But once I get through all these cards, I've got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got 1 hour.
I can do it.
Good. This is gestural, what you're doing right now.
If you mess up, just go ahead and do more of it, and then people will be convinced that that was intentional.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and chicken mousse. Love chicken mousse. That was hilarity.
There we go.
Well, that's spattering.
Yeah, look at that. Spattering.
Mm-hmm. Never had a doubt.
I really do love this kind of jadey.
Yes, I do too. It's that turquoise that's in the Derwent set is beautiful, and I think it kind of comboed with enough of your greeny, like the, what is it, Hunter? Is it Hunter's green? Where it's sort of mixed. Hookers. Is it hookers? Okay. Mo has put in a link if you don't know what we're referring to when we say chicken mousse. It's one worth watching. It's one of our older ones, but it's funny. That's because I think we were slightly losing our minds because that was during our first. Was that the first March Madness?
Yeah, I was.
It was a lot.
Was a lot.
Mm-hmm.
All right, this is very loosey goosey and.
Mm-hmm. Moving with care.
Yeah, yeah, you noticed that.
Yes.
Okay,
Ooh.
now this one is the woody looking stuff.
All right, so earlier when she showed the arrows, I believe the arrows, the wood, and I don't know, it was a 4 set. It was during, I don't know if it ended up in the shop or not, but it was during one, it was a promotional item.
Promotional.
Promotional item. I'm pretty sure it hasn't ended up in the shop. Pretty sure about that. Oh, excuse me. Oh. Ooh, I love this. Well, I think you need to put some of that purple back in there. I liked the purple.
Well, I did too, but I just didn't like it as much as I liked
Yeah, it's a limited edition collectible stencil. It's like, remember when we did the thing, I think you had to spend a certain amount or something like that, and then you would get the free set. Paula loves watching you watercolor.
She does?
Mm-hmm. She said so. In all caps. For everybody to see. There is a story, yes, and it was a person.
What you talking about?
Hooker Green.
Well, there were 3 really good thrift stores in Denver, Colorado on Hooker Street. That was the name of the street.
Might have been the same person. See, that purple, I think, is fabulous. Like when you mix that with the red, that's the color I love. Janice seconds that, loving watching you.
Okay. And I just hope that these stay as vibrant as they are right now, because a lot of times what happens when they dry up and kind of do their thing there. All right, here's the other circle one, Mariah, I was telling you about.
I can't see it.
Well, you will.
Okay. It's funny how some of them I can see, but the Blick business, I don't see it until you put the paint on it. Oh, okay, this is the Circle Horizons. But it got kind of messed up. Yeah.
I just put on a diagonal because I didn't have enough of it to cover the whole thing.
Yes, there is a difference between the glossy and the matte. And now this particular one is the Blick acrylic, which is a matte one, and it's kind of milky. More noticeable, obviously, on the black paper than it is on the white, as far as the milkiness. But you could also really tell the difference between the matte and the glossy on the black papers. Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to get it to go around the circles.
Not over them. Through them?
Around them.
Mm-hmm.
Contaminated my water.
The water has been contaminated.
The water is contaminated. And I know this probably isn't the most exciting.
Hey, folks are having a good time. There's good chat. We're good.
Okay.
You just carry on, Patricia.
All right. I'm just carrying on here. All right.
With your...
I'm just going to consider that done.
Yeah.
Sometimes you know, the watercolor story, you need two people.
Mm-hmm.
One to smack the other one over the head with the two before when it's done.
So they want to know how you applied all of the mediums through the stencils, just with your palette knife. Oh, the little brushy things. Hey, we have those in the shop now.
These are really awesome. I really do like the diagonal one.
Angled one.
Because, well, number one, it fits in the thing better. This one doesn't fit in the lid of the smaller container. Yeah.
Makes sense.
And I do have some smaller ones, which I use also.
They're for hair dyeing.
Oh, crud. I'm getting kind of goopy stuff on my things here. All right. So, we're just going to let that stuff dry while we do some gestural things.
Are you going to bust out your dagger brush?
I am. I have it right here. Look at this. All right, now you must understand my water is slightly contaminated, but you know, it's just ever so slightly lavender. I think it's going to be okay.
Hashtag altered.
Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my swatches out of the way because my other swatchy in my Hippie Crafter paints is mucked up beyond belief. Beyond belief.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's get some dark color on our white paper. Remember, always wash your brush out. Oh, look at that. That's pretty clean. And we've got let's go with our dark navy because I've already got that pretty much solubilized here. These little itty bitty things here are really kind of difficult to dip your brush into without, you know, doing a whole bunch of other Isn't that just marvelous?
Okay, it's marvelous.
Okay. These brushes hold a lot of paint.
Oh, wonderful, Sophia. Wonderful. Yeah, the dagger brushes, you know, the bee's knees. We do have a dagger brush in our Amazon store. I have yet to find one. This particular one, it's not listed any longer. The same brush maker has a similar one, but not this particular one. Yeah. And again, Mo has put those links in chat if you want to check those out. You want to use our affiliate links, it is very much appreciated.
But the thing about these brushes is look at that line that you can get.
Will you hold it into the technology and do just a little side? Yeah, see, there you go. But here, put your hand behind it because the camera's like, what? There you go. That's the dagger brush.
Alrighty. Gestural.
Oh, Kathy, they're going to become postcards.
Yeah, I've got a whole bunch of them, and I'm just taking them in the order, and I have no idea. You know what I really think this is? I think that this is the Hippie Crafter watercolor paper.
Oh.
And remember, I told you, I like it because it doesn't have a lot of tooth and texture to it. So it really takes your color nicely.
Gotcha.
But you can load it up.
Yeah, you can see how much smoother those lines and things are. Oh, that looks like a little butterfly. Some other bugs.
I do bugs.
She does do bugs. They
I
just come out of her.
They do. I don't know. They're just in there just wiggling to get out.
I wish I could show that other thing. I used to have it over here for
Chicken Moose.
Oh, Chicken Moose. I don't know whatever happened to Chicken Moose. I think Chicken Moose got turned into something.
Oh, I certainly would hope I didn't do anything to Chicken Moose.
I'm pretty sure you did.
I don't think so. Chicken Moose was so wonderful. And I didn't name that. Somebody said that and just cracked me up.
Mo put a link to that chat, or to that stream in chat earlier. Because I don't know what happened to the other thing that gives me such joy, and I was holding on to it. And it's when she did the birds. But I think I must have put it away. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think this is a Princeton. What is the brand on it? I can't remember exactly, but I'm
Princeton, Neptune,
yeah. See?
Dagger, 1/2 inch.
But this particular one, I haven't been able to find in a long time.
Oh, here, Hippie Crafters.
Yeah, look at you.
Hippie Crafters. That's okay.
That's the paper.
Yeah, that's what this is. That isn't what that other one was. I apologize. I lied to you. All right, so what are we going to do? Some Payne's Gray here.
Gray would like to know why we have magnetic tape in the shop. Actually, the funny thing is, it was for the watercolors.
Oh, see? Right there in between the watercolors? That's what's holding them down.
Yeah, so if you tape the magnetic stuff into your metal box thing, and then if some of them already have magnet on them, but it just really, it's like a double whammy. Oh, Sonia says that the Canson mixed media paper and the Sumi ink work really well together. Oh, Google's okay, wonderful. So Blick carries the Princeton Neptune. That's very good information. Hey, that's pretty good price. Because I think this one was 17. I vaguely remember that. But I got this a long time ago. Well, not a long time ago, but, you know, it's been 2 or 3 years. Blick does carry this brush. And yes, thank you. Mo put a link to our Blick affiliate link. We do appreciate that. And y'all have been using it. That's very exciting. It all adds up. I love this. This is like little people dancing. And there's like, you know, hills and smoky things happening. I don't know.
Little foot there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, oh, the list price was $25. See, that's a good deal.
Oh, jump on that, baby. I just can't tell you how much I do enjoy this brush. Because, you know, it's oh, if you're only going to buy one brush,
it's multi, yeah.
This is it. Because you can get everything you need. Depending on how you load your brush.
Hi, Jackie. Hey, we mentioned you in the beginning and stuff, and we have your link to your watercolor book in the description of the video. So y'all check that out, please.
Okay, how we doing? I'm looking over here, and I'm there. Some of this stuff is looking dry. The problem is with that medium, right around wherever the shape of the little thing was, it's still a little bit wet. That's what we're waiting on, folks.
Ah.
I know. Okay. So what do we have here? Let's get some navy blue. Did we already do navy blue? I'm really just liking these.
Well, she's using a variety of papers, but the last couple that you have seen are the Hippie Crafter watercolor paper. Because they sent us some stuff back, you know, a while back. And she really does like the paper. I think it's a hot pressed one. Because it's the, like, ironed out. It's not bumpy. I don't even know if they say one way or the other.
It has slight bumpiness to it. But not horribly bumpy. Like, you know, some people really like lots of texture in their watercolor paper. I am not one of those people.
Well, because
That's
I think
not the kind of watercolor stuff that I do.
Well, I think because you do like to get more of those fine lines. So the smoother paper is ideal for that. In fact, Blick just sent me, I don't know if y'all are on the Blick emailing list or whatever, but I am. They just sent some information regarding watercolor papers.
Lots of stuff.
They do. They are and the funny thing is I get it on both of my emails. So, yeah. It doesn't, no. Not even like patchouli. That would be super. Eddie and I were both on the...
What?
Grace said that she thought maybe that the paper would smell like bong water. If it's from Hippie Crafters. Oh. I had to explain that to her. And then both Eddie and I were like, and now it doesn't even smell like patchouli.
Yeah, it doesn't. Okay, I'm dipping this in the navy again.
Yeah. Does that count as gestural? I feel like
Absolutely.
that's a little more aggressive than gesturing.
I'm using the dagger brush. It's stabbing.
Stabby.
All right, so I'm coming back in and I'm going to hit
Brenda.
Some of these spots with the Payne's Gray.
It's very pretty. I even really like the spattering that sort of happened around there. Would you like my block?
No, I'll just use my finger.
Okay, just checking.
But as you can see, this is a really excellent brush. Now, I do not use my watercolor brushes for
anything else.
Anything else.
She's very particular.
I get real icky about that.
She has strong feelings. Okay. Now I'm your person that says you need to back off that, and that's enough. I like it. She wanted to do at least 2 more. But then she's like, you may not be wrong.
All right, here, Kilimanjaro. Hey, you talk about a good price. You need to look at the 300-pound.
I believe
cold pressed.
I believe we have all of these listed in our Amazon shop. The watercolor papers. Under the watercolor section.
And I'm trying to get you a really nice washy effect here so that you can see how it levels out into those that it has more watercolory stuff.
What are you saying?
See how it levels out into there?
Okay. Is that true, Eddie?
What?
I don't know if he's just, he might be.
Blowing smoke?
He does that sometimes.
Eddie?
But that one might be true. I don't know.
Okay, I'm pretty sure.
It's very true.
This is some more of the Kilimanjaro. You can tell it's got 2 different sides. But it's stiff.
Susan Fernandez was saying that usually if you think that one side is too bumpy, the other side is going to be better. She mentioned that earlier. Sorry, she uses the Kilimanjaro papers all the time.
I like them for the price.
Well, I just wasn't sure. That was just not something I knew about. I'm kind of excited, though.
About?
So, Madonna's Like a Prayer album was scented with patchouli oil. I didn't know that. Like the record, I would assume. I don't think the tapes were, you know. Trying to think about that. CDs. Was it
okay,
CD?
I'm dipping it back into the navy.
Mm-hmm. Just, you know, trying to make sure.
And then I just come back in and hit it with a little Payne's gray.
Really? How do I not know that? And I'm pretty sure I may not have had that one. I don't know. All right, how are things drying up over there? You got 30 minutes.
I'm all about to the point where I'm going to
You've still got a couple more to. You made plenty of little cards, which is good.
I told Mariah, I said I really cut up lots of cards. Actually, I cleaned. I know the dreaded C word. I said it.
Oh, hey, Rosemary. No worries.
This is
Clouds
this,
and or
this is Alaska. It's a land of horizontal.
cloudy mountains.
Yes.
We'll get through it, y'all.
This is a really excellent tool. I recommend everybody have one of those in their repertoire.
It's a water dauber. What do you call it?
Dropper.
Dropper, but it's a big one.
Biggin.
I don't exactly know, what their like main use is for. Maybe cooking.
I think I stole this from Izzy and her
Science kit.
science kit.
I was feeling like that, but I didn't really want to. I didn't want to,
Throw me under the bus.
Right. It didn't know if you were going to admit to it or not, or
it's way too finicky for her kind of. She's a large.
Hey, Lori.
She uses
Cynthia wants to know what is the best brush to start out for with watercolor. You would love this brush.
this brush.
Get yourself a dagger brush.
You can add all kinds of
And I think this is I can't remember.
you can do you can lay in your water with this. You can use this to make gestural brush strokes with it. I mean, look at the fine lines that you can get.
Yeah, synthetic squirrel.
Yes, no squirrel was
No.
inconvenienced too.
And which one is this? Because this is 1/2 inch, right?
This is the 1/2 inch. Doing some kind of wiry. We actually have a stencil that does this. Because in Alaska, we have a thing called braided rivers, where they go like that. I'm going back into the navy blue and just adding some more really dark where it's still wet.
Mm-hmm.
Because as it dries, it's going to do different things here. I'm trying to get this dark enough that I can come back in and do some water, plain water. Okay, I rinsed my brush out. Now I'm going to come in with some fairly clean water that I've got over here. Sometimes it takes a little while for the water to start doing its thing there. But I went ahead and rinsed my brush out again. I'm getting just plain water.
So there is a link to that brush directly. Now, I don't know if our affiliate, like if you click our affiliate and then you go to that, I think it works. But, however you guys, work that out. So, but that is the brush.
This is such a wonderful brush. I just can't say that enough. And you can see you're getting good action with this paper. This is the Hippie Crafter again. That's a good one to start with. This brush, if you just have one paper and one brush. The Hippie Crafter paper. Now, I'm going to bust out some other watercolors here for just a bit to show you. We're not gonna forget about those, but
right.
These are the others from
Are those your other Kiritaki ones?
These are my other Kiritaki ones.
Barbara sent those.
So let's see if we can get some. Boy,
And these Kiritaki ones are the what do you call it when they granulated? Thank you. My brain was trying to work that one out.
And because of the way I have these in here, and I know they look kind of nasty, but if you clean those out, you're just wasting
paint.
Just to tell my sweet little darling, usually it was some cute little girl with pigtails.
Just wanting her things clean.
Taking a paper towel and cleaning her watercolors up. She ran out about second week.
Like,
her mother said, "God heavens, she must have been painting a lot." I said, "Well, the thing is,
she keeps them clean.
She insists on cleaning her paints at the end of every session, and doesn't take long before you used up all the paint." Yeah. Okay.
Paula has these. Diane would like to know, what are those cuff things you wearing?
Oh, my cuff things? It's sock tops. Because
I'm dragging her sleeve through the gravy.
I am? Well, it doesn't matter. This is my you can see it's.
But that's what they were in prep for, or were you looking cute?
Oh, yeah.
That was a bonus.
Keeps my sleeve from yeah, that.
Mm-hmm. Socks. Oh, sorry, says some dagger brushes are shorter, so pay attention to the length. You can't get quite the same effect with the shorter brush.
Oh, I definitely can see that, yeah.
In Dutch, gloves are called hand shoes.
What is it?
In Dutch, they call gloves hand shoes.
Alrighty. All right, now I'm gonna do some. Oh wow, I splashed myself.
All right, so Gerald says regarding the brush, artificial moose and synthetic squirrel, obscure reference. And then Susan Fernandez says chicken hair and moose feathers. I think that's hilarious. Thank you guys for sharing. She's not getting it. She's in watercolor brain. And that's one of the reasons that I don't love doing these sessions, is because she's really not that funny and doesn't think that I'm that funny whenever we do these. Because she's just there, happy. Hey, Devin. That one's kind of coming out of a weird area, but I like where you're going. Chicken moose.
Give them a little bit of a. There we go.
Oh, it's the Kilimanjaro watercolor paper. I think. Here, link for the paper. Yeah.
Well,
all of those are, I think, I'm pretty sure all of them are listed. I'm just gonna double check that. I'll drop the link here in just a second, but I'm gonna double check, because it's been a little bit since I've gone through and made sure that the watercolor stuff is what we're talking about.
Oh,
sugar biscuits. Did your moose get smushed, or?
Well, now it looks like he's got a moose coming out of his moose.
It's moose on moose.
Oh, we're gonna have to bring this back over and do some reparations here.
I don't have the Kilimanjaro.
All went together.
I don't have the Kilimanjaro, but I do have the Bockingford and the Hippie the Hippie Crafter watercolor paper listed in our watercolor business. I think the Kilimanjaro stuff you get at Blick. Pretty sure about that. So you can pick up your dagger brush and your Kilimanjaro at Blick. Did you fix him?
Well, I'm not as happy with him as I was. Add a little bit more business to his body here.
Moose got squirrely.
More bent on his tail, it looks like.
Mm-hmm. It's a Whoville moose. Oh, Cheap Joe's is great. We don't have an affiliate link, but yeah, we love Cheap Joe's.
Doing a little dance. All right, that was with the green. So we're going to rinse out our brush, dry it off. And let's see here, what do we have? This blue 260.
Yeah. Blue 260.
This is 260. And I am thinking that that is this one? No, this one.
Oh, Gestural. Gestural just is a nice, you know,
way of saying you're just mussing about.
Mm-hmm. Making fancy lines. It's fancy lines. It's Gestural. It feels right. You making a unicorn?
Or is he?
Oh, wow. Look at you, Gigi.
A prancing unicorn.
Well, I mean, isn't that how... I didn't know they did anything else. Being the mythical creatures that they are. Freeform. Yes.
Freeform.
Gestural.
He's smiling.
Oh, Grace is usually representing human form. Well, over here it's more moose and chicken and unicorn.
I'm just having a good time, and I hope y'all are also.
I am, as long as I get to, you know, feel like I'm being funny. And you just ignore me, which I think sometimes makes it funnier, but I'm not really sure. It does hurt my feelings a little bit. Yeah. Well, you know, Rosemary, if you're going to have one, you might as well have one. She's commenting on that's quite a horn that your unicorn's got.
Yeah. He's
well endowed. Yes. What is this?
It's a little...
Who knew you could be so cutesy? Well, I was gonna go with bear, but that... No.
No. It's a raton.
He's a fat rat. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Liz Jean. Appreciate it. Oh,
what?
Cynthia says, sorry. Cynthia asks, how well does watercolor mix blend onto acrylic painting? Not well. It can be done.
You know, I'm glad that you said something, because I wanted to try something.
Okay, we'll do it. You got 15 minutes. And just judging by your subject matter, I think we can move on to something.
Izzy will like that.
Well, of course she will. It's also surprising that you're, you know. Mm-hmm. Hey, Angie, I don't know.
See those whiskers?
Those are, yes.
Those are absolutely stunning whiskers.
Yes.
Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
I don't. We may have to come back to this.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I think if you want to bring back the shiny business and put it on top of the other business, because that all needs to dry.
That all needs to dry, and you know, the other day we were drying too fast, right? And now today we're like, okay, we need to shut off the humidifier.
Well, there's no humidifier going today. Maybe I humidified it enough up here.
Well, I just turned it off right before the stream.
Oh, you did?
I've been burning it at night. All right, so I have this
Burning it.
paper that was one of the inking.
Oh, yes, this will be interesting.
Inking papers.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see what happens. Okay, we don't want these, but I want to, Bully? No. It's not time to feed you. You just think it is. I've got to be careful with my, oh my goodness, and now, dadgummit.
I don't know, it looks very weird from what I'm seeing in between the thing here.
I don't know if we can talk about that or not.
Well, why don't you just show it and let people do chat?
I'm moving it up out of the way because now it looks like, yeah, okay. This is really wet. I'm throwing that away because that's contaminating my clean paper here.
Okay.
Okay.
So remember, how well does the watercolor mix or blend onto acrylic painting?
All right. Well, just turn that over.
Can I yammer real quick because I have some initial
absolutely.
thoughts.
You can yammer. I don't have anything that I'm going to say here.
She didn't have any initial thoughts, and I do. Here's the thing. This is what I know, especially of the metallic watercolors that I have utilized before, on top of all sorts of things. If you get them too heavy, like a very heavy stroke across anything that has a sealant or is acrylic or matte medium, anything like that, it will chip away after a while. That being said, if once it is dry, you then come on top of that with something to seal it in between there, you have better luck. But you have to keep in mind that with a lot of these watercolors, other than maybe the ink tints, it's whatever medium you put on top of there is going to reactivate the watercolor because it really hasn't soaked into anything. It just sits there. That's why it also flakes off, and you have to be careful. So whenever you're sealing it, you want to be aware of that and put a nice even coat and do not overly work the area. Yeah? Yes, Patricia?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I
Yep.
didn't realize I was required.
Well, I just wanted to, yeah. That all sounds like, yeah.
Okay, so the reason I'm picking the yellow so much is because it seems to have the most strength as far as opacity is concerned. Now, even though it says that this is what do I want to say? It doesn't move about when you go over it with another wet.
Right. So these
I don't know that that's going to apply in this case because we're going with watercolors over acrylics and it's slick. But I think we could seal it with another layer of medium.
Well, okay, and that's just what we discussed. And yes, I think like the spray fixative, the Degas fixative would be a great option because it'll spray on top of there. Just let it sit, let it dry, especially with the ink tints, because the ink tints do, like, the whole thing is like once they are solubilized, they are supposed to like lock in place. But what P is saying, she doesn't know. There might be still some movability to them because it is on top of paint.
Yeah,
I would assume that as well. I really would.
And they're not going down into the paper.
Right. It's kind of
They're
like
just sitting there.
Aqua inks and stuff.
Yes.
Or even the red oil ink that, you know, the Chinese ink that we use sometimes. We're like, oh my God, if you use that on anything that has a like waxy or what am I trying to say? Like any type of paper that is not porous.
Yeah,
it will not dry.
And it just sits there, and it will just keep coming off on your hand.
And Aqua inks are that way. Like, part of the thing is like they are meant to, like, once they hit the paper, that is how they dry. Similar to even certain inkjet printers and that type of ink. One of the things is when they hit the paper, that's how they dry. If you print inkjet stuff on top of anything like, you know, the laser print or the laser, what am I trying to say? No, like the label paper or anything like that, stuff doesn't dry till it hits actual paper. Yeah. And Mo's even dropping the red ink. Red ink link. That red ink is awesome, but I tell you, that stuff, yeah, I mean, you just gotta know. It needs to be sealed in. Because it works well with the whole heat embossing thing. But, yeah. That's so funny. Oh, Acme says it is National Handwriting Day.
Oh, really?
I saw something where like the National Archives or somebody's looking for people who can read
cursive. Well, we dang sure know that people don't write cursive anymore.
I don't like writing.
Okay, now
I think I can
the
read
reason
it.
I added that little bit of red is because I do have some of that over here on this side.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to let this dry completely, and then we can come back in with, say, some transparent red iron oxide.
So we'll revisit this on Sunday. And so some of the things that we'll touch back upon are going over things with the Kuretake metallics, because we want to put second layer to some of the things that you already have.
And they're still very wet.
Then we can even attempt to seal some things on the gel plate. Ooh, I love that. That looks really cool. And then finally, we can do a little test, and P can maybe even do a few more of these or have some other examples of this. Yes. So we have some different things that we can do on the gel plate to also show how to seal it in. And if that works.
Also, what I thought, and I wanted to get it done today, I just didn't. And you know, I'm glad I didn't, because really I wouldn't have had time to show it anyway. Mm-hmm. Is come in with, say, the Crafters Workshop Light and Fluffy paste, mm-hmm. and do it through some stencils so I can do some watercolors over it, and watch what that does, because that does some pretty cool stuff too.
Okay, so you'll have those ready.
I will have those ready.
Okay, I think that's a great idea. I love that. All right, my arty friends, so that concludes this round of watercolor. We should always know that watercolor does not get just one stream. It usually bleeds on in over to a second one. Chicken mousse. I don't think that thing's going to dry anytime soon.
It is, and I'm going to come in here and play in the puddle, and I'm going to create a little...
it will no longer be a mousse?
Well, it's going to be I think it's going to be a mousse with a person on top.
Yeah, it kind of looks like that. And
I bet
kind of a reverse Minotaur thing or something. I don't know. Anyway, there are things going on with that we probably shouldn't discuss out here in the, you know. Anyway, we love you like a long haul. We'll see you on Sunday. Bye, guys.